In October last year, the professional associations representing the majority of estates and facilities across the UK healthcare sector, along with NHS-IE, jointly created a national day to celebrate the essential work that estates and facilities undertake. Essentially all of our estates and facilities heroes undertake in ensuring that the healthcare facilities run smoothly. And we want to celebrate the achievements of the thousands of our staff working in these services and professions, and recognise the critical importance of estates and facilities services and the delivery of care to our patients, which is of course why we're all here. It's all about the patient, it's only about the patient. So thanks again for all your support and for being here today. The day is now officially open. Thank you.
But there are lots of trainer types out there now rather than that shoe, but they're still just a bit more comfortable.
That would be alright for us.
Yeah. And they're more comfy on your feet as well.
Yeah, because we've got a lot.
I want everything on it. Strong and juicy. I don't really like it. I want everything on that. That's what you've got a different colours. Wait till I've got me really good. Wait till I've got the ice cream and I'll show you licking it. Yes, please.
This way, Martin? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Right, so before we go in any of these areas, I'm not detecting any fire alarms this morning. The engine that we'll be having a look at is powered by natural gas. So I think you can all appreciate how a diesel engine works, you know, reciprocating engine with pistons whizzing up and down. So gas is just an alternative fuel to diesel. Of carbon dioxide per year. Now what does a ton of carbon dioxide look like? Well, to put that into perspective, if you drove a typical saloon car, you'd be able to drive around the planet 3 times on 1 ton of carbon. So when power goes off, the first thing that happens is that the UPS just continues to see the load, because what happens is if you're plugged into a device at the wall, follow that cable through, it goes through the UPS and then back to either the generator network or the national grid. So all of our intensive care units are powered primarily by UPS. And it's the reason why we have business continuity plans, of course, because I would say I can't guarantee that I can provide power anywhere at any time. Any system, any machine can break down. The testament to that is, you know, that's why the AA exists. So this is the control cabin here. This is linked by the internet to Veolia's headquarters. They can switch the machine on and off, and it will stop occasionally. It depends on the price of gas, it depends on the volume of gas that's available in the system, it depends on the price of electricity, the viability, so when it runs.
I was just going to ask, because they're all the roof space, is that a consideration?
It's loading as well. They've got a lot of kits up there, but as Ian rightly pointed out yesterday, there are lots of other roofs, not just the main roof.
So think of how a jumbo jet can fly and how that weight can be suspended on wings. Well, there's an equal to that in terms of wind loading that we might derive from solar panels. And so whilst the solar panels are wafer thin, weigh nothing, in a wind they can generate an awful lot of wind load weight. so there's a lot of structural considerations to make, but we are looking at putting some in due course. So I can't help but get animated about this. If I could have one of those at home in my garage, I would do. I think they're marvellous. So they're connected to heat exchangers on the exhaust, and that's what recovers the waste heat from the exhaust system. So even now we're requiring heat. You see the small plume of steam there? That will be from the boiler plant that's generating steam for sterilisation and decontamination.
If we go to the stage where it is at the 100% and you could put power back into the grid, would that instead be used for powering vehicles on site to reduce costs and things like that?
Yeah, we're putting electric vehicle chargers in as well, so we'll be providing energy to those. Same around circulators, all the radiators, all the air handling units that we've got. These two boilers here are generating steam for sterilisation. All of this goes to the whole. We've got a larger boiler. So this plant here is for water treatment for the sterilisation. So we have 7 boilers in here, condense those down. Yeah, as technology evolves, things become more efficient, and that's what's happened here. One of these Hobart boilers, made in the UK, proud to say, as are all the controls and the burner gear. And these 3 boilers take the equivalent load of the 7 boilers that they've replaced.
CHB in effect is the lead boilers, these kick in and out by it. They're always cycled so that there's one duty, one standby, and one so they are 3 boilers. Yeah. With the old ones we used to have all probably 4, we used to have them in pairs and we used to be 2 constantly on the boil neither or not because the CHB was that inefficient. Now probably one's on to me because the industries are very long. CHB is probably doing all the work.
We're generating heat and we're generating electricity. And what are we doing with that energy? Well, we're transporting from one place to another via pipes or via wires. And why do we transport energy from A to B? Well, we do that so that energy can do work and process for us. So, for instance, at the far end of the site there will be a plant room where there's an air handling plant that serves the operating theatres. And we take that heat that's in the pipes and then we run it through heating coils, and it heats or cooling coils, it heats or cools the air that's going into an operating theatre.
And how big is your team that looks after this all the way?
So we've got a small team actually, haven't we?
We have mechanical, I think there's 5
or 6. Probably got about 40 in the estates team.
Yeah, I think about 40. Direct labour, 28, 29.
Yeah. Half a megawatt of battery energy storage. Half a megawatt. So 500 kilowatts. There's all the controls here as well.
I need to charge me further.
Yeah, how many USB ports is that?
Some USB ports put out here. Yes, and I'm really proud to say that, would you believe these units are made in Sheffield, Rotherham? And whilst I was at King's Lynn, because I like to be ahead of the curve wherever I can, I was talking to PowerStar about putting one in down there, and there we're one of 2 trusts that got a wind turbine, and I think they've now got one in, so we were the first trust in the country to get one of these in. Contamination is hugely important to us, and there's several ways that we can sterilise. We can sterilise by dry heat, we can sterilise by steam. So thanks again for your time, and do let me know if you have any queries, any questions. We're always pleased to just share a bit of news about the behind the scenes, you know, Scotty in the engine room sort of thing. So great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
This is for the quiz. So the quiz winner,
Okay.
yeah, there's a couple for it.
Michelle Kingston, so infection control. Yeah. Okay. That's good. So I'd just like to thank everyone for all their efforts today. I think it's been a really good celebration of our estates and facilities colleagues. And you know, we have been in the shadows, but of course we've been doing a great deal of work behind the scenes and adding a great deal of value to all of the healthcare services that we provide. So thanks to all the organisers today, to Chaz, who did a great job, and all those involved. Yeah. All of this showcasing, the poster presentations have been fantastic. I think we've had some great feedback generally, and hopefully it's given a good insight into our world for colleagues that I think that probably just unblock toilets and change light bulbs. There's a little more to it than that, of course, isn't there? So thanks.
You've got so many good stuff too.